Many questions remain about the devastating fires that swept through West Maui nearly 2 weeks ago. KITV4's Jeremy Lee has just returned from Maui. He has been reviewing archive footage, which shows county officials may have had outdated information as the crisis unfolded.
When did they know, and what time did county leaders realize they were no longer dealing with a brush fire, but an urban inferno, threatening every living thing in Lahaina town? A KITV4 live interview conducted at 6 p.m. with Mayor Bissen on Tuesday, August 8th, when Lahaina town was already burning and some evacuees had already fled to the ocean, reveals how behind the county was with receiving vital information from West Maui. But when was the afternoon, the second evacuation?
I don't know what time that was.
Well, thank you all for your time.
That was Friday at a day 11 media availability. But a week and a half earlier, on the day of the fire, KITV4 asked Maui Mayor Richard Bissen in a live 6 p.m. newscast if there were any evacuations to Lahaina area shelters.
Any word on how many people are currently using the shelters at this time?
Because of the structures that are being impacted, those numbers have increased. I can't tell you the exact number right now.
The county Facebook page and release did not post an evacuation order as it did previously for Kula at 3:50 p.m., but simply noted of the bypass area of Lahaina Luna that evacuations are occurring.
I'm happy to report that the road is open to and from Lahaina, Hokiokio Road.
The mayor appears unaware here at 6:03 p.m. that Front Street has already been burning, and that nearly 2 hours earlier Lahaina town was shrouded in smoke, as seen here at 1010 Front Street on the north side of town.
4 o'clock in the afternoon here.
A half hour before the mayor's interview, evacuees had already fled into the water at 5:33 p.m. when this video was shot.
Smoke starting to come, which means the fire is starting to die.
And this video from the highway to the south of Lahaina shows the town up in smoke at 5:34 p.m.
But again, we had some challenges earlier today trying to get people in and out of Lahaina. That road opened at about 5 p.m.
Which would mean due to down power lines, Hokiokio Place was shut down before 5 while the fire was spreading, hindering southbound evacuees from accessing the main road leading uphill from town to the southbound bypass. The mayor at 6:03 p.m. makes no mention that the fire had moved past the Lahaina bypass, over Honoapilani Highway, through town, or reached Front Street.
So we have reports of structures, older buildings that have been burned in Lahaina. Our update is actually going to come in at about 7 p.m.
But 7 p.m. would be hours after the first images of Lahaina burning. Coming up on 2 weeks, those in West Maui continue to ask, at what point were those manning the county's response system in Wailuku even aware that an urban inferno had already swept through the beloved town of Lahaina? Now, regarding that 3:30 flare-up, a county Facebook post does call for evacuations at 3:50, but in upcountry Kula, there is no mention of Lahaina. Only later at night does a Facebook post use the language, multiple evacuation orders are in place, but that information is first released with a timestamp of 9:45 p.m. at night. Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.